When I saw that coffin, I was reminded of a rather unorthodox type of psychotherapy. The patient lies down inside a coffin, which is then closed, plunging them into darkness. In being subjected to this simulated experience of being laid to rest, they may find a measure of peace and comfort. If you spot a coffin that seems suitable for this, why not climb inside and see what happens?
Getting go. Cheese. Woo. Are we all in this? Hey, Sam.
Hi. What are you guys doing?
Nothing important.
Can you take a picture of us?
Sure.
If we want to do it right, we could choose somewhere else.
All right.
Why don't you choose? That's a nice photo.
Thanks. They'll make for a great memento.
I love it.
You take care, Sam.
All right, later. That's the way.
Oh, that's too bad.
Reviewing status of orders. Can't wait to see how they went. Hot damn. Now that is a lot more cargo than I was expecting. Thanks. And sorry for the hassle. I'll see you later.
guard. Like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
Jeez, can you not kill those ones? Run.
MP バレットと使い分ければ様々な場面で活躍できるペコ。いつも危険地帯を行ったり来たりするあんたの頼もしい相棒になること間違いなし。そしてドッグマインペコ。敵を感知すると自動で追尾して近くでダーンと爆発するペコ。た 威力を調整するから無益なセッションもなし。自分の才能が怖いペコな。あんたが回収してくれた荷物があるでしょ。あれで犬型のゴーストメックが解析できた。んでデータを書き換えて使えるようにしたから、機材作成でどんどん作ってほしいペコ。自分は隠れたままポイポイ投げておけば勝手に敵を倒しに行ってくれる。卑怯だけど便利ペコ。敵を銃で狙う必要もなし。グレネードみたいに壁にぶつかって帰ってくる心配もなし。アクション苦手なあなたも安心ペコ。ほんとサンキューペコ。そうだ、運んでくれたドッグマインを動物保護施設で欲しがってたペコ。番犬として使いたいって言うから自爆装置を外してデータをいじっておくペコ。もうゴーストメックには従わないし自爆もしない。名付けてメカドッグよろしくペコ。サブオーダーを出したからよかったら受けてあげて。おつペコでした。バイバーイ。さすがペコーレが見込んだ男。
That's the way.
Appreciate you stopping by. Please wait while I review active orders. What a surprise. I can't imagine where you found this. Appreciate the help. You take care now.
You're mine. You're mine.
Hey, glad you could make it. Took care of some orders, huh? Just look at all this. Exceeding expectations as only you can. Just how many jobs have you handled for me? You're entirely too good at what you do. Thanks. Be seeing you. Thanks as always.
dear. I was in the cherry tree when mother said to me, you are only 17, you don't know what it means. So I climbed down and picked the cherries that fell to the ground. I can't carry it alone.
Right. Got a little cargo onto the shelf in the back.
So I'll carry it alone.
You're mine.
To feed, and all we know is what we have to want and call our dear. And I will want to know where you are, if you're far or near. And I don't know how loud I'll have
Look that one.
to sing for you to hear. If I can't marry you, I'll go.
Snag it.
On my chariot of gold. There is only
Good evening,
this
Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Almost there.
Finally here.
Anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
I appreciate you coming all this way. You're a lifesaver. I'm not just saying that either. I mean it. Seriously, we owe you. Right. Let's get this cargo processed ASAP. Wow, there's so little damage. I had to squint to see it. Seriously, what's your secret? I don't know how or where you found this, but I'm so glad you did. We're so grateful for your support. Put us online with your Cupid. We're ready. Looks like we've finally become part of the chiral network. Between this and the life support systems you brought us, we can begin giving proper treatment to all the folks suffering from chiral contamination. Oh, I got a little present I'd like to give you as a thanks. Take it with my compliments. Those beauties are pretty hard to come by these days. And I just know they'll look great on you. Oh, in addition to that, I've shared the data for a Boca skeleton. It's a piece of equipment specially tailored to porter work, allowing you to carry lots of cargo without difficulty. Ideal for keeping your balance while making your deliveries. Steep slopes and rivers are no match for this baby. It's bound to make your next runs much easier, and it'll help you expand the network too. You know, before you came along, we lost a lot of people to chiralium exposure. For a while there, it felt like we were counting the days until the inevitable void out. But it seems like we'll be able to avoid that terrible fate after all. We won't fall victim to the same tragedy that befell North Fort Knott. Our facility here at F4 isn't just a network connection point. It's also a key distribution hub for the eastern part of the continent. Without it, lots of folks would lose access to deliveries, and you'd have no chance of extending the network any further. And without a fully linked up continent, we'll never get to see a new plate game manifest. No need to worry though. You've guaranteed we'll be around for a good while yet. Rest assured that we will keep working to improve our skeleton tech. We'll be continuing our research into road development as well. All to bring this continent into the fold. Personally, I've always admired the Boca. They're traditional porters that used to work in the Japanese wilderness. No matter how dangerous the mountain trail, they always power through with heavy loads on their backs. I've never met any of them myself, of course. But when I came out here with APAC's first expedition, I heard some interesting stories about a local prepper as we were traveling through Mexico. This guy was apparently the genuine article, a real working Boca. You could always head back to Mexico and try to track him down if you're interested. We actually developed the Boca skeleton while referencing stories and official records of their activities. You might say it's a skeleton tailored to the needs of modern-day porters, like yourself. Simply wearing it will vastly increase your maximum carrying capacity. Oh, it offers superior gripping capabilities too, and helps you keep your balance while hauling tons of cargo on your back. When traversing snowy mountains, rivers, and other places with poor footing, this skeleton is an excellent choice. Now that you've brought us onto the chiral network, I feel as though we can finally see the light at the end of the proverbial tunnel. Our equipment still isn't as good as we want it to be at the moment, but we hope it'll be of use to you. As a major distribution hub, we conduct research and development into all manner of delivery-related technologies. The Boca skeleton is one such product of our work. And lately, we've been thinking of ways to create next-generation roads. Something allowing for faster and safer deliveries. There's plenty of room for improvement in the conventional designs. Since you brought us onto the chiral network, we've started gathering all kinds of useful data on the subject. But we're gonna need more before we're finished, I think. We'd be grateful if you could help us out on that front. Thanks for everything, Sam. North Fort Knott was deemed critical for the expansion of the chiral network in northern Australia. But due to chiral contamination, a lot of folks began dying, and one day, a void out wiped the city right off the map. We've actually been observing similar conditions here at East Fort Knott. Dramatic changes in the tar currents and rising chiralium levels have had everybody fearing for the future recently. But thankfully, you came. You put us on the chiral network. Me and all the staff here are committed to sustaining this pillar of the chiral and distribution networks. And doing everything in our power for you and Australia. We've got a lot riding on you drawbridge folks. I hope you won't let us down.
Hello, Sam. It's me. More than 50% of the Australian continent is now connected to the chiral network. And it was you who made this possible. On behalf of the company, allow me to extend my sincerest thanks. It's likely that the difficulties we face will only continue to increase as we press on. But you and your comrades will rise to the challenge. Of this I have no doubt. whatsoever. The probability of creating a new plate gate rises with each expansion. Do what you must to make it happen.
Sam, it's happened again. A disruption in the tar currents. We won't be able to head your way just yet.
Sam, this could be the result of that Nirvana phenomenon, right? We won't know unless we take a look outside, though. Seen this before, Sam.
It's calling to us again.
Sam, are you thinking of going back there?
Well, if that's not an invitation.
This is weird, we're like underwater.
Strange. I feel as though my body's become lighter. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Sam? You might be able to jump much further than usual.
This is weird. Whales. That's where that guy's just like looking up.
Got grenade launchers. It's risky, but you could try taking their weapons for your own use. Are you up for the challenge, Sam?
I like how every time I do this, it's always like maximum detection and no stealth. There we go. Jeez, that's scary. Is there a body in here? That's weird. I wonder what these bodies are.
above us. Something's coming. Watch out!
Damn it. Jeez, this is hard.
Cuidado! Ice pillars are a real nuisance. Think there might be a way to destroy them?
I didn't think you could destroy it. Where is he?
This should do it.
Drinking water while inside of water. Funny. Lou's in a very bad mood.
Got him on the ropes. He's trying to flee to the church down below us. Recognize his face?
No, I don't.
Sam, do you read me? Come in, Sam. Come in.
We were whisked away to that strange place again.
What? We only lost you for a few seconds.
And time must flow differently over there, like on the beach.
Well, glad you're all right. The tar currents seem to have settled down, so we'll be able to surface there shortly. Just sit tight, okay?
Sam, why don't we return to the DHV Magellan and get some rest? You can ask Fragile to look into that card you obtained as well. Oh, it seems all the possessions you had earlier are in that open space over there.
Sam, we've uncovered some new information about that ID card you brought back. I'll give you the details on the bridge.
That place we were sent to, the land of the dead, it strikes me as odd that it was submerged underwater. And did you see those columns of ice, the ones descending from the surface all the way to the floor? Afterwards, I realized what they reminded me of. The columns were reminiscent of a phenomenon known as brinicles. When seawater freezes and turns to ice, salt concentrates are released into the surrounding water. This brine is heavier than the water around it due to its higher density. It therefore sinks deeper into the ocean. As it flows towards the ocean floor, its lower temperature results in the formation of ice. And as this process continues, it can produce column-like ice structures. Any living creatures unfortunate enough to become entangled in these can be frozen solid. Little wonder they're called icicles of death.
His name is Neil. Neil Vanna.
Neil Vanna? Oh, here I thought he said Nirvana. There must still be tar in my ears.
It seems that the ID card you brought back belonged to the man himself. Charlie helped me dig up the details.
The card was issued by Bridges years ago, when the chiral network was still being developed. Records confirm that Vanna has been dead for some time.
So he was a member of Bridges?
No, it doesn't look like he was.
Vanna was a porter contracted by Bridges to handle jobs with special requirements. Like all of you, he was a doom sufferer who leveraged his abilities.
A top-notch porter by all accounts. He worked the Mexican border. Brought over all kinds of useful stuff.
Ostensibly, resources and medical supplies. But in truth, he transported drugs and other prohibited goods.
So he was a smuggler.
Vanna's ID card served as a key to some of Bridges' secure installations, though only a select few, of course. Specifically, those dedicated to the BB experiments, along with various other medical facilities.
I believe that the place you went to for counseling was one of them.
But everything in that area was obliterated 11 years ago by a void out, one in which Neil Vanna died. And from which you alone, Sam, were fortunate enough to emerge alive. Prior to all that, your counseling sessions made you a regular visitor, yes? Well, records indicate Vanna frequented the same facility. There's a fair chance that the two of you might have met before. Do you recall seeing him?
It's hardly surprising. A great number of people pass through there all the damn time. No one would remember them all.
Sam, it's Charlie. We've received your next assignment. This main order can be undertaken by accessing the delivery terminal at East Fort Knott. While you attend to that, we'll continue our investigation into Neil Vanna. I'll keep you posted.
Neil Vanna, a porter employed by Bridges. A man not unlike yourself, it would seem. But why did he appear in that so-called Nirvana, or rather, that realm of the dead? And then there's the fact that he clearly spoke Lou's name. If we have another opportunity to visit that mysterious realm, then perhaps we can get some answers. The times we've encountered Neil Vanna, the first was amidst flames, and the second was in what seemed to be flood-ravaged ruins. Now, I believe that you were previously transported to a realm not unlike a battlefield. The places we found ourselves in are similar in that they were the sites of disasters. This is just a theory, but it could be the case that what we've seen is a reflection of Neil's mental state. He may have been a first-hand witness to a terrible tragedy which left a lasting mark on him. By the way, Sam, you saw Tomorrow with the apples in the corridor, right? It seems she was training, trying to gain more control over her temporal abilities. Taking green unripened apples and attempting to age them until they're red and ready to eat. But she's still having trouble getting it just right. She's taking it too far and making them rotten. There's no need to rush things. She'll get the hang of it soon enough. In the meantime, let's continue to support her.
From this location, you should be able to see some snow-capped mountains, Sam. Your next objective can be found in the heart of them, in the form of the Eastern Environmental Observatory. Once again, you'll need to link up several sites en route to this destination. The first such site to be brought online is the Chronobiologist Shelter, which is due west. Pick up the main order on this delivery terminal in order to begin.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Watch yourself out there.
That skeleton is really noisy. You know, that noise is kinda annoying.
Can you get close enough to sever its umbilical cord with your blood boomerang, Sam?
Oh, I didn't think you could do that in this one.
a friendly face. It's been a while since I've had visitors. I'll check your cargo right away. This cargo looks absolutely wonderful. You sure took good care of it. Oh, wow, you found this? What a relief. I was all but certain it had been lost for good. I should have no trouble. All right. Use your Cupid to connect my shelter. I'm finally part of the chiral network. I've been looking forward to this moment. I should be able to conduct research at a faster pace than ever. Please accept this by way of thanks. I picked up this accessory in the UCA. You should try attaching it to your backpack. Who knows? It might bring you good luck. Oh, and in case you're curious, the cargo you brought me contained a stock of cryptobiote variants. I've taken to calling them chronobiotes. They appear to alter your body's internal clock for a brief period when consumed. Just another example of the many ways the Death Stranding is wreaking havoc on our perception of time. It's introduced us to Timefall and the beach, as well as the EEs that brought about previous mass extinctions. You know, I can't help but wonder if extinction entities are related to chronobiotes. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Especially with the strange incidents we've been hearing about lately. Well, the porter who used to come through here was attacked by something. It was bad enough that they gave up doing delivery work for good. They still managed to deliver my last shipment, but it was covered with strange dents and markings. When I asked what had happened, they just said it was the work of the Headless Rider. People have been talking about the Rider for a while, actually. And there's this guy not far from here who's dedicated to studying strange mysteries like that. I sent him some details, and he said he'd need to ask around for someone to lend him a hand. You should keep your eyes peeled for trouble until he figures out what we're dealing with. They're cryptobiotes that have become infected with chiral microbes, parasites that induce changes in the host. Chronobiotes can accelerate various processes within the human body. Simply put, eating one should make everything around you appear to move more slowly. Much like Timefall, which ages everything. And the beach, where time stands still. This disruption of the natural temporal flow is linked to the underlying mechanisms of the Death Stranding. Continued study of chronobiotes should therefore help us to solve the greatest mystery of our times. At least, that's what I've come to believe. So I've heard a little bit about Hartman's research via the hydrologist. You know, the mass extinctions of trilobites, ammonites, and the dinosaurs. Well, apparently, all these ancient events were set in motion by extinction entities. I'm told there was a human extinction entity as well. And that EEs had umbilical cords linking them to the beach, which could be why their fossilized remains were somehow unaffected by the passage of time. The parasitic chiral microbes that latch onto chronobiotes also originally came from the beach. So, you could even think of them as another form of umbilical tether linking their hosts to the other side. It's a pattern that shows we can't discount the possibility that a new EE might yet be born. And the reason why I believe further study of these microbes could help prevent another extinction event. Now that I have a chiral network connection, this sort of research should finally be possible. I hope this isn't the last time we meet. With no one else around to make deliveries, I was beginning to think I'd have to call it quits. Oh, by the way, A suborder just got posted about those strange incidents I mentioned. You can check it on the delivery terminal here. It's probably in your interest to find out more anyway, given how much time you spend outside. And, who knows, you might even be able to convince them to join the chiral network, too. I just hope we can get to the bottom of things sooner rather than later. Thanks again, and take care.
Well then, Sam. By the way, we have info on Nilvana to share. Could you join me on the bridge?
We managed to learn a few more things about Nilvana. You may remember that he was a porter contracted by Bridges. That's what we told you before. Since then, I received a mail.
Another one from our very own Hartman, I'm guessing. Look, we sure we can trust them? Whoever they are?
They are almost certainly someone on the inside. Someone with access to the UCA's administrative systems. It seems Neil Vanna was attending therapy sessions.
But the real revelation is who Vanna's therapist was. Charlie, can you please explain?
A specialist who worked with other doomed sufferers, including one Sam Bridges. She was your therapist and your partner.
Lucy?
Neil Vanna's name was on our client list. Right there in black and white.
That's crazy.
We also uncovered a photo you should see.
Per the records, they perished in a void out which claimed an entire city. A void out only you survived, Sam.
Lucy was pregnant at the time.
It wasn't mine. The child she was carrying. She straight up told me to my face. I never had any kids. She was just my shrink, helping me to work through my often phobia. That's all she ever was to me.